The magic of margin. You ever see how how something comes from Amazon packed? You have a little tiny little thing and there's a huge big box and a bunch of those air bubble things wrapped around it. Why is that? Because there's this room for error. They're packing it in so there's all this margin between where the bad stuff is and where the good stuff is, right? That margin. Okay, well, we take margin and we don't think much of it. Our lives are like a book, right? There's the pages of our lives right here. And here's the way we go. We write our book just like this all day long. We go north to south, east to west. We fill up every inch of that page every day. Top to bottom, north to south. Ever read a book without any margin? It's annoying. It's like not even pleasing to read. That's our lives. We weren't created like that. We were created for our lives to look more like this. Just like that. Now that looks a lot better, doesn't it? That's a life, right? Because guess what all this is? All of this that's in here, all of that, that's all the margin represented between where all the good stuff is and all the bad stuff. All the bad stuff's on the outside, all the good stuff's inside you and your life, and that margin out there is a protection. It's a margin of error. It's a margin for you, and the magic happens in the margin. You can't develop a relationship with someone, you can't have an amazing relationship with someone if you don't have margin, because you don't have time. They can't develop an amazing relationship with you if they don't have margin, if they don't have time. See, the magic is in the margin. You won't do any great things. You won't do amazing things. You can't be amazing. You can't do amazing stuff. You can't be significant in anybody's life, much less your own, if you don't have margin. That margin is there so that you can operate in the space that God has given you, so that all this other area, this area for margin, is for where He works. That's where He does His work in the margin. And you know what we do with margin? Even if we do get it for ourselves, it's like cleaning out the garage. Now we have this room. You know what we do? We either fill it back up or we hoard it to ourselves. And margin was never meant for you. It's never been there for you as a cushion. It's for you to do great things with others. The beautiful thing about margin is when you give it away. This is how it gets replenished. If you hold on to the area that you have, guess what? It'll eventually shrink and shrink and shrink, and your margin for error is less and less. But do you ever notice how people that are so amazing at giving themselves away, so philanthropic, so caring for others, that they always seem to have enough time for that? Why is that? When the rest of the world doesn't have enough time to have coffee. They gotta take their phone out and put in their app so they can get to Starbucks. It's ready when they get there, and they get back out of their car again and go. They didn't have the time. I mean, Starbucks was created so you could get a coffee and sit and visit. And now it's a drive-in, drive-out app thing because we hoard our margin, or we don't have it at all. Margin is meant so that you give it away. You take what's great about you and you give that away. You use all that extra time that's around in your life to be significant in the lives of others. And God refills you and pours back into you and gives you enough so that you can never run out of the area and the time around you that you're giving to others. But the world doesn't want you to know that. The world says work harder, climb higher, go faster, reach the top of that ladder, go, 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 reach, grab, be that one, be successful, do everything you can be, work harder, put in more hours. It's all about me, me. Where's the margin? There is none, and guess what? There's no help from you for anybody else. The significance is out the window. It's all about your success. You have to hold on to margin like it's madness. You've got to hold on to that because that's where the magic happens. And you're going to meet people when you're out and you're looking and you're meeting people that you want to develop relationships with, and guess what? They don't have the margin for a relationship with you. And how sad is that? As amazing as you are, as wonderful as you are, as incredible as a relationship would be with you, people don't have the time for it because their margin is gone until they meet you and you say, let me give you some of my margin. I know you don't have the time for that. I can do this for you. I can do that for you. I can help you with this. We can do this together. And pretty soon, guess what? It's leaving room for, guess what? A relationship. How cool is that? That there was no room for before. The magic is in the margin. You want to do great things, you're going to need a great relationship. You want to be amazing in people's lives, you're going to need an amazing relationship. You want to be important, and you need to be important. That requires time. That requires margin. You want to be all of that? Then you grab onto that margin. You don't write your life north to south, east to west. You leave room for God to work, and you give yourself away.